does winning number 800 mean to you, Bob?
Well, my stock answer is I'm old. But these guys, they keep you young. And I think that's the reason that we stay in it as long as we do is for them. Because to watch them grow and mature and get better is nothing like it.
Yo, Mountain Mama, legit or not? When you look at Huggy Bear getting his 800th win, he's the 10th coach, Timmy, to get that.
Yeah.
So as a result, he's now in the top 10 all-time for coaching wins. Is Bob Huggins a top 10 coach all-time?
I don't consider him a top 10 coach.
Wow, really?
No. Never won a national championship.
Got close at Cincinnati. May still do it at West Virginia. If he gets one, does that change your opinion?
Yes. And I'm very close friends with Gene Cady. Gene had a remarkable run at Purdue. I would put Gene ahead of him. And Gene Cady's another guy who didn't win a national championship. Thinks that prevents him from getting into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Even though he was coach of the year half a dozen times,
sure.
dominated the Big Ten in the era where Bobby Knight was the coach at Indiana for all those years in that rivalry. I think if you expand this to 20, I think he's in that conversation. But 10's an elite group.
Agreed. Does graduation rates, and we know they were very poor in Cincinnati, and does that matter when we evaluate coaches when their career is done? We're not saying Huggy Bear is going to be done anytime soon.
What is this, the moral police?
You're here to win basketball games.
You're out there to win basketball games. You go to West Virginia to win basketball games first.
Graduate, great. If you can, that's fine.
Everything else is second.
But that's supposed to be a part of it. But you're right. I mean, I don't think we look at Roy Williams or Jim Boeheim or Coach K even. You got a lot of guys one and done. Everybody that K gets now are one and done guys, right? They're not there to graduate.
Right.
So why do we always hold Huggy Bear to that different standard?
I think you're kind of old school, so you remember. You know what I mean? I think it's starting to fade a little bit more.
The people were like, what? Oh, yeah, graduation. Yeah, that's not really their job.
Yeah, because he had a tough time with that at Cincinnati.
And that was a big deal back then.
Yeah.
But it's not a big deal when K gets one and get done guys, and they go, okay, that's just the way it is.
Well, I think it was during that time when Bob Huggins, when it came to light that his players were not graduating.
No.
It was kind of like, oh, wow, what's this guy doing? Now, when somebody graduates, it's like, oh, my God, this guy actually graduated college.
We got one, a real student athlete.
That just shows how much it's changed. I mean, what a fantastic game Kentucky and North Carolina played. How many freshmen were out on the court? Freshmen. 6 months ago, high school, prom, corsage. Now you're out there playing in what I would call one of the best college games I've seen in a long time. So it just shows how much it's changed from what the perception was that, oh, wow, these guys are student athletes, to, oh, wow, these guys are athletes.
Very quickly, I know you didn't play for him, so it's hard to gauge a guy that you don't play for. Do you think kids like to play for Huggy Bear?
Love. Go Google Deshaun Butler.
Oh,
he was their star player.
I remember him.
Remember he ends up getting hurt. Bob Huggins is like right there as Final Four.
I remember that very well.
He loves his players love him, and I think the fact that the game has changed a little bit has probably helped him in his perception.
And by the way, people might not know this. He's an alum from West Virginia. He actually did graduate from, that's his alma mater, so it's good to see him back home, West Virginia, although they need to work on the lyrics a little bit.